Welcome back everyone, my name's LastKnownMeal and today I'm going to talk about competition in the video game industry. Well, not just any competition, but a competition between EA and Activision, between Call of Duty and Battlefield, and why I think it's good. Now keep in mind that competition is an amazing thing because it pushes innovation, it pushes progress, and also, if there is a company that makes a similar or the same product as you do or in a similar genre, you're going to do everything in your power to take every single consumer from that company into your company. And that's why progress is happening in every single sphere of our lives, because whenever there is a new technology, when it's discovered, when it's basically applied to something, like VR for example, people want to turn it into a product that they will sell to the consumer. And the same thing is happening in the video game industry because you have two big companies, Activision and EA, making a multiplayer FPS games. And since the dawn of time, they were competing against each other. During one year, COD was better, during another year, Battlefield was better, and yes, I know we still have other multiplayer games like Counter-Strike, but still, these two companies are at each other's necks every single year, because every single year we get something new. Like for example, this year it's gonna be Battlefront 2, it's not going to be Battlefield, but still, EA wants those COD players in Battlefront 2, and they will do everything in their power to get them. Same with Activision. Now, why I said that competition is good? It's because nothing pushes innovation, as I said, like a consumer. And you can see that with the new Call of Duty World War II. Now again, I don't know if they planned this new Call of Duty to be set during World War II, but I'm certain that the success of Battlefield 1 got into their head and they said, maybe we should put out Call of Duty World War II because people want it. Because throughout the past couple of years, Call of Duty lost its way. And people noticed that, and people said to Activision like, look, you gotta listen to us because at the end of the day, you make games for us. And if we don't like them, we're not going to buy them. That was a thing last year when Battlefield 1 and Infinite Warfare were announced. Infinite Warfare got so many dislikes, that trailer. I know, from besides being a bad trailer, people got sick of that space bullshit. But on the other hand, Battlefield 1, World War 1, amazing game, because nothing gives you that cinematic feeling as Battlefield 1 does, that amazing warfare. It's not like we're done, like realistically, like hardcore, but still, it's in its own, genre like EA likes to make it. Now, I'm not a fanboy of any franchise whatsoever. I'm not saying that Battlefield is the best game ever and it's Call of Duty is shit. But you know what's the thing with Battlefield 1? It's the spectacle. When I'm playing multiplayer or even single player, the spectacle is amazing. The graphics, the gameplay, it's really good. And I'm not saying that Call of Duty didn't have that. It certainly did. For example, in Call of Duty 2, I experienced that spectacle. That's why, for me, Call of Duty 2 was such an amazing game. Almost with Call of Duty 5 as well. That game freaking rocks. But throughout years, Call of Duty lost its way. And it had to compete with Battlefield, because we've had Battlefield 3, which was amazing. We've had Battlefield 4, which had a rocky start. But in the end, the game was patched and sorted out. And, COD was losing players. I mean, when Battlefield 1 was announced, it was a trending thing on Twitter, RIP COD. Now it's on the other hand, like with the new Call of Duty World War II, people are saying like, RIP Battlefield 1. But again, if Call of Duty did not have a competitor like EA, the progress of them just listening to the community and just working more on their games wouldn't happen. Now, I'm not saying that the progress is visible. Again, Activision did you know, change the game. They did change how multiplayer FPS games work, and they have such an amazingly huge community of people. Amazingly huge. Wow, that's a stupid word to say. But again, COD was such a big thing before, and it still is. Like every single year, it gets millions and millions of people excited. Every single year, but it's starting to go down a bit, you know, with space bullshit. But now, with the release, well, with the announcement of Call of Duty World War II, things could get better for Call of Duty. It really depends how they do their game. But again, they're pushing their limits. They're trying to push their limits. I know that COD doesn't have the graphics like Battlefield does, because EA is really rocking the floor with their graphics. I mean, photorealistic graphics almost, damn, that's amazing. But still, graphics are not everything in video games. Having an amazing graphics is not going to make me say, hey, this is the best game ever. I want to see some gameplay. That was a problem with Battlefront. Battlefront 1 has amazing graphics, same as Battlefield 1, but Battlefront 1 was shallow. It didn't deliver as much as Battlefield 1 did. So, again, you know, Call of Duty, you know, they were looking at it and they said like, hey, we need something else, we need to go back to our roots. So that's why I'm guessing they're going back to World War II, and that is very understandable, and that is good, because we could finally get a decent COD game. And I'm just hoping for it, because COD was such a big, you know, big thing during my childhood. I played Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 4 so much, guys. Modern Warfare was freaking amazing. One of the best Call of Duties ever made. Now, you know that every company still has those stupid things like you buy premium, you get DLCs for, you know, 2 weeks or 1 week before everyone else, and that's just how companies work. Companies are in it for the profit. But I don't want to get off the topic again. Competition. Competition between those two developers and publishers, is really pushing them to create a game which is going to set a new boundary and attract more players. So I am glad that we have a company like EA pushing Activision, and also Activision pushing EA, and also other companies. We still have other amazing multiplayer games. We have Verdun, we have Counter-Strike, we have a Dirty Bomb. That's a free-to-play, but you know, it's not a real competition still, but it's a very good game. But even those games are a minor competition to EA and Activision. I mean, it's a kind of a closed circle. Everyone is competition for someone, you know. But still, there are multiplayer games that aim to be fun, to be entertaining, and they attract so much attention every single year. So I'm glad that EA, Activision is going back to World War II with their new COD, and I'm glad that we have a company like Activision pushing EA, and, you know, back and forth. So that's it. But still, we have a lot of drama when it comes to COD. I mean, people are saying like it's copying Battlefield 1, it's copying the Brothers in Arms. I mean, Call of Duty started as a World War II game, so they're not actually copying. I mean, they're borrowing, but it's not a full copy. It would be a kind of a copy if they just made like another World War I game, or if Call of Duty was set in space from the beginning. But yeah. Again, we still have some amazing multiplayer games beside them. We had Titanfall 2, which is an amazing game. Single player of that game, I enjoyed while playing that single player. It was something different. Every single level was different. But again, the stupid politics of EA suffocated that game, because at the same time you had Battlefield 1, you had like Call of Duty. Infinite Warfare did not attract that many people, you know, because of all the hate and stuff. But we've had Battlefield 1 suffocating Titanfall 2, and that's why Titanfall 2 never got that much attention. So I sometimes I think that EA is a competition for themselves, like it's some inner thingy. So yeah, that was all for this video. That was just a rant saying like competition is good. You should always have competition between companies, because that pushes them for innovation and progress, and that is always, always, always positive. This is LastKnownMeal signing out. Don't forget to tell me down below in the comments what you think about all of this, and don't forget to also smash that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay classy everyone, and bye bye.